Hi friends, this is me Anuma, me Anu's sister Ni. Today we are going to talk about how to communicate with the spouse. So we all generally, either whether it is female or male, everybody generally struggle to talk. What happens is since from the beginning, whatever we have opinions about a spouse, about a husband or a wife, we generally understand through that lenses. Whatever mother says while we are growing, or friends says, or relatives says, it's not just the parents influence, it is the society influence also. So when we are already influenced in certain way, when we have a spouse in front of us, and whatever they talk, she or he talks, the spouse talks, we understand in those lenses, from those lenses. So we do not have a nuance, even though she's new. If at all you marry someone from the family or classmate, then whatever you have impressions from the beginning, you understand through those lenses. Whether and also before the marriage, after the marriage, a lot of people they marry classmates and also the childhood friends. They think yeah, those friends are always giving and making us happy. So we think this is the best one because I know him very well. I know everything about him or her. So they'll keep me happy because when we both are together, we are very happy. So this will bring us happiness to us. So I rather marry someone whom I know than I don't know, right? So I've seen so many, I know what happened exactly once they married. Now it belongs to them. Now it is their property. So, what do you do if it is rental houses versus a property? The same thing with the girlfriend and the married. So, if it is rental house, you don't do anything. You just live there and you don't change anything. Nothing. No walls are changed. No garden is made. Nothing. We'll put few pots which is temporary. Once you buy your house, you try to change everything. You try to break the walls. You do everything. You want to bring that to your comfort level. Same thing we do with our wife versus girlfriend. So when we know as a classmate, it's like a rental house. You try to adjust what she is or what he is around it. So once you marry, the cinema begins because you think you own it, whether it is a girl or a boy. And another major issue is you believe that they bring you happiness. And also, a lot of times, the parents told to either the girl or a boy, oh, they'll keep you like a queen, oh, they'll keep you like a king. You don't need to do anything. Your wife would do everything, or your husband would do everything. So you are in this illusion that I get everything and they'll work hard and you can do shopping, whatever you want, everything is fine, right? So is that the case in real life? And also the movies. Movies are another milestone to um, have those illusions, have those. Every movie shows that wife and husband are extremely happy because they are made dialogues. So if you can do that in your life, you'll be happy too. If you can write the script and what to talk with the love wife, and if you think 10 times in your mind, close your eyes and make up a words, of course, your life would be like a movie star life, not star life, the character in the movie life. Movie star's life also not the same as the movies, right? So when you have something, when you have something in the in front of our life, you react and act instantly. So why we react and act in a different way? Sometimes I get the saying that whether it is I use the word spouse because he and she they both get the same illusions, the same thing. Sometimes it is the wife doing or sometimes the husband doing. It does not matter whether if I say he or she, okay? So the spouse does not exactly listen what I'm saying and they understand differently and they say, "Oh, how come you said this?" And they're all different words than what I said. I hear this all the time, frequently. So why they hear differently than what we are saying? Why they're not understanding and why they're not in our shoes? Because first of all, they have the illusions about the other person. Sometimes their guilt also for what they did. So they're going from their guilt and from their illusions, and if they don't want to be blamed on it, so they go around it. So that is a human psychology, going around it and making the other person blamed instead of getting the blame. So that means we don't have an acceptance. So, but you cannot make other person to accept it. So that is not possible. So what exactly we need to do in that situation? Sometimes some people, they get so mad they shout before even we start or continue. Oh, how come you say that? You don't want my family to come home, or you don't want my um you think I took that yours, and then or you think I have another affair. What are you talking? What is that I don't even know when I spent that money, when I went to that restaurant or whatever it is. I don't know why it is on the credit card. I don't even remember. What do you think? They start shouting at them. So what is the reason they are shouting? Are they insecure? Did they do something wrong? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes they do that because next time they will not be questioned them. So in the fear, we don't question them. We are fearful. So they try to awaken your fear first. So that is, one of the tactics other persons do, but they don't do purposely. Suddenly they get anger and they think, okay, if I use this anger as a weapon, they don't even think that deep, but this is what happens. That anger becomes a weapon, and the other person gets insecure, fearful. Oh, what if I ask this? He might be mad. What if I ask this? He'll shout at me. Okay, let's not ask. Let's not do this. So that will work for a lot of people. Very few people still they will ask. They are courageous. They'll ask. Whenever they shout, they both argue. They both fight. Okay, from these situations, but these are all most of the people are like, they know them before they in the college, they live together, but after marriage things are different because they are listening. They think, oh, now he's listening to the mother. She's listening to the parents. That's why she became like this. But before also parents were there. But the parents were always saw as a friend to the girl or a boy, never saw as a husband or a wife. So the minute we go as a wife, one person goes as a wife. So what happens? The A goes as a wife, the B's mother gets little bit insecure. Oh, he'll become the wife's husband. I will lose my son. So to keep my son in hands, I need to do this and this and this. I need to command. I need to tell him. I need to you so that he will have his hand upper on both of them. So I need to guide these things. So in that guidance, a lot of things goes wrong, and then they both fight. Husband wife will fight. A and B will fight. So the C's interference is there all the time. Yeah, is there all the time. Even A mother, D also, all the time there is an interference. So because these people will need advisors, they will either call a friend or call a mother. Who are very, very close with the mother, they'll call the mother. Very few mothers would give right advices. But how can a mother give a right advice? Because you are in a situation where you know better. So how do you get a better answer? How do you answer better? How do you deal better? So these are until now we spoke about why these situations come, even though your best friend, why he behaves differently after marriage. Because now he owns you or she owns you. Before you were in the rental house, now you have your own house. So you have more responsibilities and you need to do lot more things. And you think I can repair everything. She or he, the spouse, will change once I get married. Even if you see few things which does not work for you, you think after marriage it change, or after children she'll change, or he will change. So that would never happen, friends. There is no such a thing in change. You need to work around it. You need to talk around it. You need to be courageous around it. So I'll give you simple tips on that. So what are those tips are? What are the tips means? The tips are, if they are someone you are talking, sitting and talking, they're not responding, neither they are shouting at you, neither they are understanding differently, right, spouse? So what you should do is, you should write on a paper. Write on a paper like a letter, love letter. But in that, how do? You put one scenario of what he did best, whether it's in the past or future, but don't say before marriage, before marriage, before marriage. Just say, in our relation, I experienced this from you, and I was so happy, and it was perfect for both of us. Again, I experienced this. I don't know where this came from. This is making me a different person. Then this is not making me, instead of saying this is making me unhappy or something, use the right word. This situation, I don't see right. We are not going in a right direction. We need to do something to switch our gears. Never spot them. Don't spot other people also. For example, someone else provoked him and he suddenly saying things on you. Whether it is a friend or a mother does not matter, or she. So it does not matter who is provoking them. That is not the important thing here. So once you become, once you see something different from the spouse, then you say that before, I experienced. Again, second, what he did the best thing, what you loved the best. If possible, the same situation, if possible, same example. If not, just say what you used to like, even now after marriage also, what you used to like in him, what he was doing the best. And then write another one, okay, this, I was so happy with that, it was going so good. And this situation was going in a different route. So we both need to work on these, and we can be extremely happy ever after. And I promise, whoever is those advisables are, you say that I have high respect on them. But we are the one who are living this life. We need to see which way, which route would help us better. So you write in such a way, don't blame anybody, do not blame the spouse, do not blame friends, do not blame any advisors, do not blame especially the mothers, okay? Mothers are the first life they have given, and since the childhood, they are their guards. So don't ever touch the mother. Your mother does this, your mother does that. Oh, you are just like your mother. Don't say those words. Even never say to your spouses that you are like my mother. When the spouse is complaining and she and you are not happy, and never ever say that you are like my mother. And other simple advice I'll give you is your family. The minute they marry, before that, they talk differently as a friend or whoever they know. If they don't know, there's a settled marriage, they don't even know before. So after marriage, never ever say your family, my family. So what is happening when you say that? You're separating the other person from you. You never accepted her or him, husband or a wife, right? So if I am a wife, and if I'm constantly saying it's your family, that's why you're staying longer in the party. Your family, you're doing this. Your family, you hate to come. My family, you hate to come. So when I say these things, when do we both become one family? I have seen couples, they have kids, but they talk about your family, my family. What is that? You both are oneness. You both are one family. You are one. Husband, wife are not separate. They are one soul. So when you both are one, then where all this comes externally? These are all external things, and these are all living Laukika life. So accept the husband or wife as your part of it. So if your hand is not working, do you cut the hand? Left hand is not working, do you cut the hand? And say that, oh, it is not working, I don't need to be bothered with the hand because I'm constantly having the pain, I'll cut it. Is that the right way? That is exactly what the divorce is. You don't cut your hand by taking the divorce. I will talk in tomorrow's thing. What happens exactly if they take divorce when they are fighting? There are so many easiest ways how to. I mean, I don't know how many counselors teach in a right way to come back together. But coming back together, even taking the help of a counselor, taking the help of a person who could give you right advices to be together and to live happily. There are so many ways, friends, you can live happily and you can be together. Sometimes they say don't go here, there, don't go. I want you to spend with me, but it's important for them to go. But these people, sometimes the spouse thinks, oh no, I'm only those days, she has to be with me. So there are so many conflicts and things, but we do need to make them realize, yes, you have life, I have life. I want to do these things. And this makes me happy. Let me do it. You do your things. You're going to your friends, you want me to yeah, accompany you all the time. But there are some things I want you to accompany me. So there, if you don't accompany also, that's fine. I would do things. But don't restrict a spouse. Don't do this, don't do that. Let her live her life. You live your life. And all the time, you don't need to be glued with each other. All the time, you don't need to listen to each other. All the time, you don't need to agree each other. It is okay. If you want to put the vote to different party, go ahead and do. You don't need to accept everything and agree everything what the spouse does or spouse. You both can be as separate entities and you both can live your lives, but at the same time, you both are together as a family. The family is like, living happily and raising the kids more happily with the positive terms and in giving them positive vibes and giving them extra love as a mother and as a father. So when you can give the love, when the husband wife are close to each other and happy to each other, they're always hugging and kissing and they're missing at the same time with the kids. So when you do that, you come out of when you enter into the house, you hug the spouse, you express that you love each other. Does not matter how many people around you, they think you both are happy couple. Kissing on the cheek or the forehead will not bring any awkward or sexuality. It is only just affection, right? That's how you kiss your kid. So that affection you're showing to the people or to your child. So that is fine. You should do that. All the spouses should hug and kiss for everything they do for each other. So this is another tip I'm giving. If the spouse does something for you in a day, I'm sure 4 or 5 things they do for us. Each time they do something, hug them, kiss them. Don't deny it. If they give you something, an orange, say that, I'm giving you this orange piece, eat. Don't say, oh, not now. I don't eat orange in the morning. I don't eat this time. Don't say that. Just take it and eat it. It's okay. That has so much of filled love. It does not matter when you eat that. It won't give you gas or anything because it has love in it. So accept them, whatever they do for you. At least if you don't want to eat, at least take from their hand and hug them and kiss them. You're so concerned, and you have so much love. I love you. So this is so important. Use these words every time they do something, because they're every day, every minute with you. That does not mean we take it easy. So if they ask, oh, your preference, let's go to your preference restaurant. Wow, thank you for asking me that. Even kids say that, right? So if the kid says, Mom, you choose this time. Oh, you're so sweet babies, you're so concerned. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. So you have to say these words every single time someone does something to you. We have to be thankful, not just saying thank you in the 4P. We have to be thankful and we have to share love and give love to each other and to everybody. So this is the only way we can live happy life and in a happier way. So extremely important to live happy life. So this life will take you in another level, in a spiritual way, and in a for kids also, this will give them so much of love and affection. Tomorrow, when they get the spouse, they'll do the same techniques because you taught them since. So when we have things, there are simple solutions. When you have issues, you can always leave in the counseling group recorded, or you can leave it to me. I'll give you the tips how to avoid those situations, or we could make a class. So tomorrow we'll talk about the divorce, what happens when we take the divorce, or how to manage that, not to take, and what are the things we could do. So we know why spouse comes, right? Why mother-in-law comes, spouse comes, or anybody. So we also bring our good and bad. We said good and bad. Karma is a work. So whatever we did in the past, whatever we bought it to learn in this life, so according to that they act. They might not be the real of them. So we think, oh, my mother-in-law is a bad person. She constantly does this, shouts and tells me negative, tells my husband negative. He comes and shouts at me. All these are what we did in the past, 4 times more. So they are only acting now. So you better understand that. You better accept that. That will automatically, the karma will release if you do that. Okay.